I am here. I am here.
Okay, welcome,
All right.
Reverend Georgia.
Thank you. I wanted to just take a moment on behalf of the Center for Spiritual Awareness, all of the ecclesiastical staff and the Board of Trustees, and really all the members, to thank you for being on this challenge, for doing the work, because it's really going to change one heart, one mind at a time, is how we're going to change all of this. I think that the Center for Spiritual Awareness has done some amazingly creative things over the years in terms of social justice. I was remembering the other day that we did the first motorcycle ride during the season of nonviolence, and we brought in Dykes on Bikes and a black group called the Brothers on Bikes and the Hells Angels and a bunch of other people. And we did a motorcycle ride for peace, and doing that and being one together was really just an amazing experience. But all of the things that we've done over the years through for social justice, I think this has been the most significant thing that we've ever done. This has reached over 400 people, and I've talked to some of the folks who are taking this and who have never done this work before in their lives. In fact, resisted doing it because they were worried about being called racist, and they were worried about not thinking that they were going to be liked. And doing this work has changed their lives. And as I said in this morning's sermon, it not only changed their lives intellectually, but it made them feel a joy like no other joy that they've felt by doing this work. So I just want to say thank you. And I want to say thank you particularly to the committee, starting with Reverend Brenda, who is an amazing minister here at the Center for Spiritual Awareness. She not only did this project, but she also sold out with the Ujima team. She sold out 2 theaters to watch the movie Just Mercy. That's unheard of, but she did it anyway because she's so committed to this work and so committed to the consciousness raising of people all over, not only in our church. But I also want to thank certainly Ramona Thomas and Amber Henning, Azana Mornell, Dale Covey, Mindy Cohen, Gretchen Young, Jeanette Egan, Jeff Pollard, Jocelyn McDonald, Karen Holt, Susan Solomon, Robert Savino, Dr. Stacy Walton, Trina Whitney, Rosie Camarena, and Larry Hearn. And I also want to lift up all of the circle keepers who have been on these calls. That is a commitment, and you stayed with those commitments and you shepherded us through sharing our feelings and learning from each other. So thank you everybody. And I just, I couldn't be prouder of this church. So good work, everybody.
Thank you, Reverend Georgia, for your welcome and for your constant and continued work in social justice. Your dedication and support was pivotal to the success of the CSA 21-Day Racial Equity Habit Building Challenge. Hey, everybody, my name is Ramona, and I am honored to be your moderator. Welcome to all of you, and thank you for coming to celebrate those of us who have completed the 21-Day Challenge. We've enrolled over 450 participants. Woohoo! And we're still not done. If you've started the challenge but haven't completed it, we celebrate where you are and stand as testaments and waymakers of the transformation taking place within you. Even if you haven't yet started, we've set this up to be a powerful start date for you because our time together will jumpstart you into action. After the killing of George Floyd, many of us were awakened into the reality of police brutality and felt an urgent need to do something. This is as urgent today as when George Floyd was killed, and I'll tell you why. The killings have not stopped. Just last month in the United States, 37 people were reported killed by law enforcement officers. Just last month. June 1st, David Mcatee, 53 years old, Kentucky. Mcatee, a local restaurant owner, was shot and killed after police opened fire during a George Floyd protest. The police alleged that they returned fire after shots were fired at them, while some of the protesters claimed that they were peaceful and the police opened fire without warning. According to the victim's sister, the gathering was not a protest, but rather a regularly scheduled social gathering at which Mcatee served food from his barbecue restaurant. Louisville Police Chief Steve Conrad was fired later that day as officers and troops involved in the shooting did not wear or failed to activate body cameras. June 13th, Anthony Angel Armenta, 21 years old, in California. Armenta was shot and killed by police responding to reports of a person with a gun at a gas station. According to police statements, police confronted Armenta and ordered him to drop an object that appeared to be a black handgun. Armenta did not comply and pointed the object at the police, at which point officers shot Armenta. He was taken to a local hospital and pronounced dead. Some eyewitnesses stated that Armenta was seen to dig through the trash with a flashlight beforehand, and that the police mistook the flashlight for a gun. June 12th, Rayshard Brooks, 27 years old, Georgia. Brooks was shot and killed by police officers responding to a report of a man sleeping in a parked vehicle in a drive-thru. When officers Garrett Rolfe and Devin Brosnan tried to arrest Brooks, he wrested away one of the officers' tasers, overpowered the two officers, ran away, and the officers then chased him. Rolfe fired 3 shots after Brooks discharged the taser in his direction. Brooks was shot twice in the back and was then transported to a hospital where he died. Mcatee, Armenta, Brooks. Say their names. Type them in the chat. We share this to say it's not too late to start the 21-day challenge. And if you've completed the challenge, there's still work to be done. Are you in? Type in the chat, I'm still in. I'm still in. I'm so grateful you're still in. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, now everyone, raise your hand at your camera. This is one way we communicate during the call. Another way is by typing in the chat. Type in the chat the name of the city where you're joining us. And I'm going to report back on those chats in a minute. Well, today we'll be together for approximately 75 minutes. And in our time, we'll review all we've been through, our actions, our growth, and the work of developing our racial equity muscles. We'll review our touchstones, then we'll go into circle and spend some time getting to know each other better and to discover some of our hidden biases, perceptions, and filters. We'll have some time for sharing, and then we'll partake in a ritual. We'll review the participant packet, take the pledge, celebrate the committee, and close the circle. If you have any questions at any time, please type them into the chat and a committee member will respond. So let's check out the chat. Let's see, we got Oregon, Ukiah, Twin Cities, Washington, Washington, D.C., yes, I see you. Tulsa, Oklahoma, I see you. Rosemont, Elk Grove, Sacramento, I see you. Woodland, Santa Rosa, Rancho Cordova. Yes, 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 I see you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And welcome to you all. I see all our friends near and far. I am so excited today. I'm excited about all the phenomenal actions we've taken and amazing accomplishments we've had. I'm excited about all we've done and about the possibilities ahead. What has excited you? Maybe making new friends, a special book, an event you attended? Type it in the chat now. Tell us what is exciting you. Each day we woke up to an encouraging, inspirational, empowering email reminding us of our commitment to action. And there was action and plenty of it. From your online tracker submissions, we've captured over 1,000 actions. 1,000 actions in 21 days, and these are only the ones you all recorded. Our racial equity actions included, one of us met with the mayor to create an anti-racist task force. Several of our participants started surge chapters, showing up for racial justice in their areas. We joined dozens of different organizations in support of racial equity. We signed hundreds of petitions. We attended several Black Lives Matter events. We spent thousands of hours reading and listening and watching to educate ourselves. And we shared in over 2,000 circles. Let's show them action some love. Woohoo! So let's check the chat and see what you're excited about. Just as soon as my chat comes back. Courage, reading very informative articles, getting to know people from different places. Courage to talk to people about racial equity. Yes, yes. All the videos on YouTube and TED Talks. Deep connections, hearing each other, learning, creating action. Yes, me too. So I'm excited not only for myself, but what really excites me is seeing how we came together, united for a common cause. What really excited me was seeing our humanity awaken. Each day on our Zoom calls, our connections became stronger, our intention greater, our perception shifted, and our belief in change intensified. With each action we took, each action helped shake off the inertia of apathy, lessened fear's stronghold, dissolved our insecurities, and removed the blinders to all the ways we were comfortable and content living in our privilege while lives were being devalued, dehumanized, and taken every day. Individually and collectively, our power increased. Are you feeling powerful? Type in the chat, I'm feeling strong. In just a moment, we'll be going to our circles, but before we do, Gretchen will review our touchstones. Gretchen?
Thank you, Ramona. The touchstones are the way that we are together in circle, and they focus on listening deeply, sharing appropriately, holding ourselves and each other accountable in the group that we create, equally in the circle. And our touchstone today is, oddly enough, the very last touchstone on the list. And it says, can you scroll down there, Jeanette? There you are. Expect non-closure. We probably won't get to the end of the road today. And of course, that's why we're continuing on. Thank you, Ramona.
Thank you, Gretchen. So now we're going to go to our circles. And remember, when you get there, the name with the letters CSA behind it is your circle keeper. And when Dale assigns you to a circle, if you see the blue join button, just select it. Have a great circle, and we'll see you back here in a few. Dale, can you send us off to our circles now, please?
We're all in.
Thank you. Welcome back, everyone. So I wanted to share quickly some of the comments that you guys typed in about what makes you excited. One person said, I'm excited about being in the company of people that want to be part of shifting the consciousness of Americans regarding race. Yes, that makes me excited. Yeah. Another one said, having words to talk to people about this with. Yes. Another one, new friendships. Another one, started a racial healing workshop. Woohoo! Another one, getting to know people from different places. Another one, deep connections, hearing each other, learning, creating, action. Yes. Another one, learning in community. I like that one. Talking to friends and family with many positive results. Woohoo! Last one, learning I'm colorblind, ... but not no more. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is exciting. So let's have some shares from our circles. Gretchen, can you share with us what people were saying in your circle?
We had a wonderful circle. We talked about how much we appreciated the 21-day challenge and how we were committed to continuing to move forward with it. And several of the things we had done in the past few weeks, police oversight, Black businesses being supported, letters being written, etc. Thank you.
Thank you, Gretchen. Stacy, what about in your circle?
Well, first, I just want to honor the beautiful women that I was in circle with. Everyone felt really comfortable being authentic. And what stands out for me in the circle, one participant left the country after the last election, but recognizes because of loved relationships, she's still involved in the fight. One member said she stuck out the 21-day challenge, and I'm totally paraphrasing right here, but I believe the challenge was difficult for her as a woman of color because there was a lot of re-traumatizing happening. This is my lived life experience that white folks are just learning about, but she came every day. In terms of say the name, what stood out for me is one person in our group said, what about all of the quote unquote suicides by hanging on trees that are happening all over California? And we all know that those are lynchings, not suicides. And the high note for me was getting involved in pushing voting registration, the importance of voting, that for some people, they feel like we have, what do we have to choose from? But the point is the person who's in office right now has to go. So thank you.
Thank you, Stacy. Wow, powerful. Let's have one more. Myra, can you share with us?
I would love to. I had an amazing circle, as I have every day during the challenge. The names that were called into the circle, there was a lot of information that they were prepared to share with us, so I learned some stuff. What I'm really excited about is all the notes that I took about what those members of my circle today are planning on doing. And I feel so confident to say that the momentum will not be lost with these folks. They are doing some wonderful things with ACLU. One thing that they're doing is the Movement for Black Lives website. So getting involved in that. I made a star because I don't know very much about it, so I'm definitely going to look at it. Writing letters, listening to podcasts. There's an organization called Girl Trek where women exercise and then listen to talks so that they can educate themselves and keep their body physically healthy at the same time, and just keeping a diary and a to-do list. So it keeps them on focus. I mean, I'm not kidding you. I'm just touching the surface of what I heard today. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Myra. Thank you for sharing. Let's show our circle keepers some love. They're here every single day facilitating this share for us. And thank you, thank you, thank you all. Oh my gosh, you give me hope. Thank you for that. So we'd like to witness all of your commitment to actions, to anchor you, to inspire us, and to solidify our connection on this journey. If you're willing, type in the chat now your commitment to action. Type it in the chat, your commitment to action. Okay, and I'll check back in the chat in a second. So thank you everyone who's made a commitment. After you've completed your action, let us know. Send us an email to the CSA 21-Day Racial Equity Challenge email box and enter it into the tracker. You'll find the email address and the tracker link in your participant packet. So let's read some of those commitments. Oh, you guys are going so fast, I can't read. Okay, no, keep them coming. Continue to learn and not be blind, to continue to use my voice to counter racism. Police oversight, yes, 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 bring it on, you guys. I commit to getting involved in social justice organizations. Donate to BLM, yes. To continue to educate myself. Of voting, calls to support Elijah McClain. Education, support Black-owned businesses. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you, you guys. Woohoo, let's celebrate those commitments. And now we're going to move into a time of remembrance. So everyone, take a deep breath with me. We've set aside this time on this call to honor the lives of those brutally murdered at the hands of the police. So now, if you're willing and able, please change your name on your screen to the name of the murder victim you're choosing to honor today. And I'm changing mine. If you are unable to, go ahead and type their name in the chat. While you're doing that, we'll share a video. Jeanette, can you cue the video, please?
All lives matter, but one, so do Black lives. Why do two phrases that should work side by side seem to only divide? Two, that's all anyone's saying. Black lives matter too. 11, that's how many times I can't breathe, 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 I can't breathe. Eric Garner said I can't breathe before he was killed by police. So I guess those 3 words only mean stop if you're white. 15, that's how old Cameron Sterling was when he lost his father. 15, that's how old Cameron Sterling was when he said we must protest the right way. 15, that's how old Cameron Sterling was when he said peace, not guns. 20, so why were 20 officers shot in retaliation when all that separates black and blue is only a few shades? 52, it's been 52 years since the Civil Rights Act passed and everyone supposedly became equal. Well, guess what? We're in 2016 and films about equality are still part of the fantasy genre. 102. That's how many unarmed black people were killed by police last year. 1. 1 is one more than that number should have been.
Oh my God.
The name that you bring today represents the humanity of that person. Those are names of our fathers, of our brothers and sisters. They are names of our mothers. They are names of our children. And we remember them and we honor them as our most beloved. And we are challenged every day to continue to witness the brutality, the inhumanity, the oppression, the murder of those we love, of our children, of our fellow citizens. And they will haunt the consciousness of this country until we make it right. So today we come to say their names, to say the names of those whose voices have been taken. As we take a moment of silence, scan the screen to read the names of those taken and to honor them all. We ask you during this time to not write in the chat, to just be still and silent and remember. Thank you all. That was powerful. So we're almost through our time already. So let's move on to our participant packet. Jeanette, can you display the participant packet for us, please? Everybody's going to receive this tomorrow in your email. In it, you will find information to help you continue to build your racial equity muscle. The pledge, your certificate of participation, information on the Facebook group, information on the book study discussions groups, the activity tracker, and the master challenge of the day links and templates. So let's talk about our commitment to action pledge. And now Jeff is going to discuss our pledge with you.
All right, thank you, Ramona. I am so grateful to have experienced the 21-day challenge with this community. Throughout it, I've been inspired, humbled, and activated. When I first saw the introductory pledge, I underestimated the gravity of it. I saw the words and I was ready to commit, but I truly didn't understand the power of the pledge and the learning behind it. But I took the initial pledge because I felt it was my responsibility as an American, and as a father of 2 Black sons, and as a cisgender white male. It was my responsibility to enter the challenge. And in the circles, held by our touchstones, challenged by the readings and the videos, processing our collective anger, grief, joy, and power, I gained an ounce of understanding. An ounce of understanding of the potential soul-crushing collective anger, grief, and joy, and the weight of the racist reality that my sisters and brother of color face on a daily basis. And all of this provided a moral urgency to commit to action for change. And I'm ready to step forward and take the commitment to action pledge today. I hope that in my taking the pledge today and my standing for justice, it will inspire other white men and white women to do the same. Because I feel it's our responsibility as white people to destroy the system of white supremacy. And I want to be a leader in that movement. So Jeanette, can you share the pledge, please? And let's go over it together. This is the Center for Spiritual Awareness Commitment to Action Pledge, our 21-day racial equity habit building challenge. I'm going to read it through and then we'll go over. So I open my heart and my mind to the dynamic possibility of a world free from racism and all forms of oppression. I pledge to continue to build on and practice the racial and social justice habits established during the 21-day racial equity habit building challenge. I accept responsibility for identifying and dismantling racism, prejudice, and biases within myself and within my social circles, as well as our government and institutions. I center, I honor, and I trust the voices of experiences of people directly impacted by racism and oppression. I listen deeply, and I acknowledge the inexplicable suffering caused by 400 years of white supremacy. And I am present for healing, accountability, and repairing past harms. I express empathy, compassion, and love. When I make mistakes, I take accountability and I do better. I take direction. I seek out ways to create racial equity and to ensure justice. I collaborate with others. I think outside the box. I know the time to eradicate racism is now, and I boldly act with urgency. Thank you, Ramona. So you're gonna please print this pledge, and when you get it in your packet tomorrow, and let us know you signed it, send us an email and put it in the tracker. Back to you, Ramona.
Thank you, Jeff. So it's a powerful pledge. So we have just a few more minutes now. This challenge idea was birthed through the CSA Ujima Ministry. The CSA Ujima Ministry operates in alignment with the Kwanzaa Nguzo Saba principle of Ujima, which means to build and maintain our community together and to make our brothers and sisters' problems our problems and to solve them. We believe that working toward a common goal is key to our success. Our mission is a simple one: to assist participants in creating effective social justice habits. So I'd like to thank the committee members and support team for their dedication, cooperation, and willingness to do whatever it took to meet our goal of launch date of June 14th, just 9 days after our first committee meeting. This project has involved so many hands, and I really hate to speak names in fear of overlooking someone. So if I've forgotten one here, please know that we value you and your contributions. So thank you so very much, Reverend Dr. Georgia Prescott, Reverend Brenda Lambert, Amber Henning, Azana Mornell, Dale Covey, Mindy Cohen, Gretchen Young, Jeanette Egan, Jeff Pollard, Jocelyn McDonald, Karen Holt, Susan Solomon, Robert Savino, Dr. Stacy Walton, Trina Whitney, Rosie Camarina, Larry Hearn, and a huge shout out to all our circle keepers. Woohoo! I'd also like to thank our partners, St. Stephen's Presbyterian, Sierra Center for Spiritual Living, oh my God, Life Focus Ministries, Higher Vision Institute, Centers for Spiritual Living, Metro DC and of Northern Virginia, and the local Spiritual Assembly of the Baha'is of Sacramento. And a big thank you to our consultant team, Chaplain Tanya Beverly, Rebecca Davis, Ami Barnes, Dr. Anna Hiscox, Alfredo Rivera, David Mormon, and members of the CSL Diversity Committee. As you see, this is a huge team of motivated people bringing this to you. So in closing, I hate that. Okay, so in closing, I just want to thank each and every one of you for being here, for accepting this challenge and for doing this work, and for building a stronger community. And now, before our closing video, we'll open the circle for any final shares. And please remember that we are still in circle and honoring our touchstones. So if you'd like to share, please raise your hand in front of your camera so that we can see you and call on you. Now, knowing that you have not your name in this window, so we may have to call you out by physical appearance. Reverend Brenda and Gretchen, can you help me with the shares, please?
Patricia.
I just want to say thank you so much for this amazing journey, and it is not over. So, and please, I hope you keep in touch with us and let us know how you're doing and moving forward, and if there's anything else that we can get engaged in. But thank you, really, from the bottom of my heart.
Who's next?
Kathy? I wanted to say thank you to Ramona for being the most incredible moderator and so lively and so engaging and so energetic that it just draws us in. So thank you, Ramona.
Who's next?
Last page is very quiet.
Kathy, I see your hand, I think.
Parents, that's Jen.
Yes, it is. Unmute, Jen.
Kathy's trying to unmute.
I'm unmuted.
All right.
I want to say thank you to Reverend Brenda for inviting me to participate in this amazing program and to the committee who put it together. Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy.
Jen?
I want to say what an honor it was to be a circle keeper. So thank you for inviting me into the process. It was a fantastic opportunity and experience. So thank you very much.
Who's next? Anybody else?
I can't see your face, but your name is Eric Garner. Oh, that's Zoma.
I forgot a different name. I just want to say thank you for showing me what's possible. While I was driving, I'm in my car. I was already told that story. I was supposed to work. I wasn't work. They weren't letting me work late, and I was determined to be here on time. And it was starting at the time that I was supposed to leave for work, so I just left work. But on my way here, I actually saw a group of predominantly white people with Black Lives Matter shirts, with their Black Lives Matter signs. And I was here, so it was blowing me away. It was doing the video, showing me what's possible, and how I can be and will be a part of it. I'm gonna put my email in the chat one more time, or my phone number one more time, in case anybody wants it. Please do keep in touch. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Zoma. We love your energy, and thank you for being here. Who else?
Mina
Mr.
would like to
Richard
speak.
Brooks.
Okay, Mina, and then Richard.
Okay. I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. I feel like I've made so many new friends here. I live in Long Beach, and it's just been like, wow, I've got all these friends in Sacramento. And my special thanks to Gretchen. You've really impacted our life, my son and myself. We love you. Okay. I just want to say thank you. I wanted to publicly say thank you, Gretchen. Stacy knows how much I love her, so that goes without saying. But thank you, everybody.
I really didn't know she was going to say that.
Who was Richard Brooks? Brenda, you saw?
Hi, everybody. I'm Richard Brooks. I am not the person I was 22 days ago. My muscles are a little bit bigger, and I do feel changed. So I just want to thank everyone for helping me change, and I will keep doing the work. I'm complete.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anyone else before we go?
Is that Nancy?
It is. I just wanted to say a big, huge thank you as a member of the Santa Rosa Center for Spiritual Living. I'm so grateful to be able to join you all and learn so much. This was huge for me, and I just appreciate all of you. Thank you.
I think I saw Rain's hand. Was that your hand? Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you for everybody that showed up to this and for everything they've committed to continue doing. You know, it's hopeful that we can make a change. Thank you.
Thank you. Who else would like to share?
Marcia?
I thank you too from the bottom of my heart. I get choked up, but I so appreciate this 21 days that we have this uplifting awareness of what we can do and the consciousness that's possible, so that it can possibly be wonderful and open and fair and loving for us and our children and grandchildren. We can make a difference right now. Thank you so much. This is Marcia. I'm complete.
Thank you, Marcia.
Barb?
Yes, I definitely wish to thank everybody in the committee, everybody that has joined in across the whole country. And I especially want to go out for Gretchen, because she turned around, and if she hadn't started those books classes, I don't know if I would have, been whatever enough to join this. And so I just want to throw out to her a great big thank you, and keep it up. Thanks.
Thank you, Barb. Who's next? I'm feeling the love. Anybody else before we go? Gretchen?
I just have to do a shout out to Dr. Stacy Walton, who guides me in most everything I do. She's incredible. You guys don't know how lucky you are to have her with you. I'm complete.
Thank you.
Leah had her hand up.
I just wanted to thank all the people that I was in circle with. I was every day astounded with your willingness, your authenticity, your courage. I put it in the chat because I didn't want it to go unsaid, but you give me hope and you make me enthusiastic. And Eric Gardner there, Zoma, I am calling you next week. And all the other people, just thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm complete.
Thank you, Leah. Who else?
Wendy.
Wendy and then Jeff.
Thanks for calling on me. I just want to say that before this challenge, and I actually didn't start from day one, my friend Emily Cox hipped me to this, and before this challenge, I pretty much couldn't get out of bed every day. And I was so depressed and saddened and hopeless. And you guys gave me hope. I can't even express how deep that hope and how meaningful it is to like be so excited and energized and full of hopefulness now, because it was dark. And so I just really want to thank you all for that. I don't want to lose you. I'm so excited about this Facebook group and the book club and everything. And I'm so excited that I possibly have found a church that aligns with how I really see the world. And so I'm so grateful to you. Thank you so, so much.
Thank you, Wendy. Jeff?
Thank you so much. I got the honor to be a part of the committee, and I got the honor to be a circle keeper. And then in the last week, I had the honor in the mornings to be the moderator. And so seeing the backstage work, Peter Lingo, that was going on, and the amount when Jeanette and I came in this week to moderate, and we realized, oh, there's some hours that, maybe 10 hours a day going into the work. So I want to say so much thanks to our committee, to Reverend Brenda, to Ramona, to Gretchen, to all of you, to Dale, to Jeanette, and everyone else, that I hope that you know how deep this is for all of us and how grateful we are for that, and that you have changed our lives, and we will change lives because of that. So thank you.
Thank you, Jeff, and thank you, everyone, for your shares. If there's anyone with a deep burning desire, please show yourself now. Otherwise, we're going to move on.
Jeanette?
Steve.
Thank you. For those of you that want to stay in touch, just email the CSA email and let us know, and we'll put you on an email list that only people on it get. And there's hundreds of people that you could continue with.
Thank you, Jeanette. Was there somebody else, Reverend Brenda?
Steve Marlowe.
White men, where are you? White men, I'm coming after you. White men, I'm going to hold you to the things that you say and do and don't do. White men, thanks to those that did show up here.
Thank you, Steve. That was a burning, heartfelt share. Okay, are we complete with the sharing?
Joan? We can't hear you. You're on mute.
I want to thank all the families that supported the committee people and the circle keepers and everybody. I know that your lives have not been anything near normal for the last couple of weeks, and that there's a lot of people that are very close to you, that are in your households or that are missing you. And I want to thank them for giving you guys to us during this time. Thank you.
Anyone else?
Reverend Georgia.
I just want to give a shout out to all the parents who had their children do the Children's 21-Day Racial Equality Challenge also, and to Mindy for putting that together. It's been really gratifying to see how many kids have shown up for it, and I'm excited to be in touch with them next week. Yeah.
She's giving them a prize.